Hi guys and girls, and welcome back to Zenith Minis. My name is Greg, and today we are unboxing Feast of Bones. So this is the brand new Warhammer Age of Sigmar box set. I was really lucky that it arrived on the Saturday, so I'm quickly going to do a bit of an overview of the box, open it up, and we're going to check out what's inside. So these are the Ogres versus the brand new Ossiarch Bonereapers. So this is the new death faction. They look pretty awesome other than the faces. I don't know why, but I've got a real problem with those chins, so I might do a few head swaps on these guys. But overall, I do like the models, despite those bum chins going on. But this box did sell out pretty quickly. I think on the day it had sold out on the Games Workshop website fairly fast, and even on the third-party retailers, but I did manage to pick one up from another store online. They were the only store I could find which had any copies left, and I think the only places now really to pick them up are through eBay, which is a bit of a shame. I'd like to have seen maybe the production numbers go up. I think Loon Curse ended up doubling in value quite quickly because they didn't really produce that many. We'll see what's going to go on with this. We're going to open this, so I'm going to use the models, at least the Bonereaper side of this box set. The rules look pretty awesome, so I am looking forward to including those into my collection. So let's check out this box. We got this awesome artwork on the front, very atmospheric. We got the Reapers here, the Ogres there, and it's nice to see some new Ogre models. I say models, there's one model, as we'll see on the back now. So we've got the splash here, which has all the models in the box, so it's quite a lot. And there's some biggies as well. I mean, the Ogres are big, but even like with the Necropolis Stalkers and the Morghast here, they're nice sized models, and these are the exclusive ones I believe are in the box. Not sure if they're going to be releasing separately at a future date. Again, I think in Loon Curse, I don't think those models, the exclusive ones, are out yet. But if we look at kind of like the Lieutenants and some of the other characters that came in the 40k boxes, they did get a separate release eventually. But in this one here, we've got the Tyrant, and then we've got the Master of the Bone Type, the Voke Mortian. Mortian? I don't know. Can't pronounce it, but that. So those are the two exclusive models that are in there. I'll just try and get this up for a little bit of a closer look. You can see those guys there. And then we also get 10 Mortec Guard, which are the main battle line for the Bonereapers, the Stalkers, which are those three there, and then we got the Morghast Archive, which I think they already existed. And they're up the top there. And for the Gutbusters, we've got the Tyrant, which is the exclusive guy. We've got the Ogre Gluttons, which are those. Lead Belchers, those two up the top. And then we've got this big Iron Blaster. So I've never been a massive Ogre fan. I like some of the creatures, but definitely enjoying a lot of what's going on with the death side. So what we're going to do is open it up, and we're going to check out what's inside. So I got my trusty knife here. And we're just going to open it up this way and flip it over. And get that packaging off. So hopefully it'll be a bit better now. It's not as reflective in the light. So the artwork definitely is looking better once the cellophane is off. And here is the box. So the Ogre models are older sculpts, obviously. So we'll go through those. We're not going to go into too much detail on them. I mean, we've seen the Ogre ones before. They have existed. So we've got the Ogres there. Yeah. Let's get these out. Then we've got that. So we'll keep those because those are the Guard, Mortec Guard. So we got the Iron. I can't even remember what these these units are actually called. The Iron Blasters or something. The guys with the big guns are here. And then we've got the that beast thing, which had like kind of the long sort of gun. That is there. And some more Ogre stuff. So I'm just going to unpack this, and then hopefully we'll have a better look at the sprues once everything is out. We've got bases. So we've got the Bone Type guy. The exclusive Ogre guy, so we'll move those over to the left. And then we've got the rest of the Bonereapers here. I think, no, that's more Ogre stuff. And yeah, there's more Bonereapers. So move those to the side for now. And we'll see what else is under here. So we've got this extra bit of card that they put in to protect the booklets and stuff. And then we've got the art there. And again, this is you know, a really nice piece of art, and it always gets holes or damages from the sprue, and it'd be nice to like frame or something like that, but I've never had one in a box set that is good enough to put up on the wall. Unfortunately, I know they serve a purpose, but it'd be nice to have I don't know, just one of these pieces of art which is suitable of framing and putting it on the wall. So under here then we've got all the paperwork, we've got some more large size bases, and then we have the Feast of Bones. Where's my knife gone? Get that open. So we've got the war scrolls here for each of the different units. Am I going to need my knife again? I think so. There you go, get that open. So let's have a look at these. So these are going to be the brand new war scrolls, I think. Let's get a focus on that. The Archai, Mortec Guard, Vokmortian, the Lead Belchers, Iron Blaster, Tyrant. Let's flip these over. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, right, they're the double-sided ones. So they've probably got extra rules. So yeah, here's the Tyrant. So he's got extra rules there. Then we've got the Stalkers. So I think these guys can like flip their heads around or something. Yeah, the Quadrock aspects. So you get different aspects for each of the different fighters which are in there. And then we've got the Gluttons, which have just a little bit of extra rules that kind of spill over onto that page. So those are the war scrolls. Then we've got the assembly instructions. I probably don't need to go through those in too much detail. Alright, okay, we've got tokens, so we've got command points, we've got rulers. So no see-through rules, unless we've got card rulers. Don't know how I feel about that. I like the idea of being able to see through my rulers. The see-through transparent ones are pretty good. And we just got another different sort of load of tokens, command points. I guess these are to do with maybe the rules that come in the book. So we've got a copy of the core rules. And then we've got the main book itself, so a Feast of Bones. So it's going to have some lore going on, letting us know what this battle is all about. Got the gash there. Land of Dead Heroes, Rise of the Tyrant, the artwork from the front, and then we got the models as well, all painted up there. And then we got some scenarios going on. Death and Destruction, we got different realm of battle. And there we go, so we got the Tyrant's Gambit, so that's the Battle Plan 1. Got Battle Plan 2, Cut Off the Head, Death to Tyrants. Bone Slide. And then we got the war scrolls there as well as the actual cards themselves. So that's everything in the box. We're just going to come back and go through the sprues in a little bit more detail now. So we're going to make a start with the ogres. They're not going to spend too long going through each of these sprues. We're just going to have a bit of an overview of each one, especially with the ogres, because a lot of them have been out for a number of years. But this is a brand new Tyrant model. We've got a giant spear thing going on here, a hammer, and his face. So all in all, it's a good model. I'm just not a massive fan of Yoga Kingdoms. Even when they first came out, they're not my cup of tea really, but I do like at least the design of the weapons here, and the model itself is pretty cool. We've got his gut armor as well. Just a lot of detail. It's nice to see that they are releasing some new models for the older factions within Age of Sigmar as well, and or at least giving them a place in Age of Sigmar and not leaving them stagnant in the old world. So that is the Tyrant sprue. Then we have got the, what are these called? Lead Belchers. So these are the ones that have been out for a little while, as you can see by the sprue design. There's a lot of space in between each of the parts, whereas now they kind of cram as much as they can onto the sprue. I think these, don't know what these go with, whether the Gluttons or with the Lead Belchers, but we got some banners there and shields and other bits and bobs, so a little kind of, I don't know what they're called, but there is some sort of Dobby the Elf creature going on there. So that's that. Then we've got the Gluttons, so these are going to take up the most sprues, I think. So we've got quite a few of those, we've got 6 of them. So massive models, got their kind of armour there, and giant weapons. And again, those kind of little creatures are dotted about the place. We got another sprue of those. So it seems like duplicate sprues there, so it looks like there's 2 models per sprue. And yeah, so it's the same. I think we got 3 of the same sprues here, or 4 of the same sprues by the looks of it. Of these. So there's no point really going into too much detail. I thought they were separate sprues, but they look like they're very similar, or if not, you know, they're the same actually. So you get, how many of those? So it looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the same sprue, so there's 8 by the looks of it, of those ogre gluttons in total, which I don't know is maybe too much. I thought there was only 6 in there, or at least there's only 6 on this card. Maybe there is 8 in there, I don't know. That's what I got in the box. Then we have got the Iron Blaster. So I don't know if this came out at a different point to the rest, but this comes in 4 sprues in total. So we got 1, 2 here, well technically 2 sprues, but they're kind of attached. And we got that boar creature thing. Yeah, I'm not really too sure. Rhinox, that's the one, isn't it? Because I got the paint, the Rhinox hide, that's it. We got the ogre himself, and all the different accessories on there too. So very packed and full sprue. Then lastly we've got the gun itself. So really nice kind of carvings on there. I'm not too sure if these did come out maybe at a different time, because it seems like a much higher quality plastic and design than the Gluttons. So I don't know, I did get the White Dwarf originally when they announced the Ogre Gluttons, which was about over 10 years ago now, I think. It was quite a while ago. So yeah, so I mean, looks pretty good, this one. Flip it over, so it's just the back end of the sprue. So that is it really for the ogres. Let's move on to the Bonereapers. So now we're going to finally check out the Bonereapers. So this is the part I've been excited for. Not so much with the ogres, and actually on the ogre front, that extra sprue I thought they'd sent us was for the 2 guys with the gun. So it was completely wrong of me to assume that Games Workshop quality control would let a free sprue slip through the net. So we know where that comes from now. But now we're going to talk about the Bonereapers. So this is a Vok Mortian, Master of the Bone Tithe. And pretty awesome model. I mean, I do like the design of this. Some of the heroes didn't really do it for me. I think there's a guy who is like resurrecting or bringing back a kind of a Mortek guard, or at least one of these skeleton looking things, and this just looks a bit naff in all honesty. It's not really a great looking model, but this guy is pretty cool. We've got some heads kind of hanging about there. We've got this coffin which he wears on his back, which is covered in candles. He's be here with his kind of long robe. And then we've got his tithe, though, his scroll there, which I imagine he's jotting down the names of the people he doesn't really like. Because he does have an ability called Mortal Touch, which pretty much kills something outright if you roll 5+, but you do have to cast it as a spell first. So obviously not the most reliable of spells to go off, but if it does, it could just kill an enemy hero, Star Drake, whatever. So it's pretty powerful if it does work. Flip it over, we got his staff. Again, the back of the head's then the front of the body, and you can see the coffin there where he kind of slots in and lives for the most part. So this is the one that's exclusive to the box for now. So a pretty cool model. I do like the rules as well, so looking forward to seeing how he performs in a game. So next up then are the Morghast Archai. I'll probably build them as the Harbingers. I do like the dual wielding weapons more so than the kind of the armoured version with the heads and stuff, plus they get benefit to the charge I think as well. If you build them as the Harbingers. So, I like to get involved, let's say, with the combat. And so these have existed anyway, and it's nice to see that, these models which have been around for a little while, that they're basing actual armies off them, or whether that was the plan all along, I don't know. But even with like the Khan Wraith and some of the Nighthaunt stuff that existed before the army did, it's interesting to see the way they're going with death, and it'd be good to see what they do with things like the vampire counts, which are in dire need of an update. But cool looking sprue. As I say, it's already existed, so you kind of know what you're getting with these guys. And this is the other part of it here. So as you can see, you've got the dual wield weapons, which are the ones I like, rather than the big weapons and the armor. So pretty cool looking sprue. I haven't built any of those before, so looking forward to giving them a go. So next up then we have got the Necropolis Stalkers by the look of it. Or these... Nope, these are the Mortec Guards. So these are going to be the backbone, your battle line. For the most part, you do have the cavalry option in another box. Obviously, it doesn't come in this one. But you've got a load of different heads, which I won't be using. Probably, I don't know yet. You've got the shields, so you've got an option to build them with, by the looks of it, a spear and a sword, plus a great sword. So I think 1 in 10 can use a great sword. And you've got a banner too. So it's nice you've got a couple of different options. The spears will give you an extra 2, well not an extra, but they'll give you 2 inches in terms of range, so you can kind of rank them up if you go in horde style. But the swords will give you rend, which they're on 25mm bases, so I'll probably go with the swords for the most part. And then you can see here, we've got the bigger sword there, and the banner too. So yeah, it's really nice sprue, nice design, great looking models, other than the faces. So I'll probably be doing some videos on how to paint these, as quickly as you can. Awesome. So the last up is probably my favourite models out of the lot are the Necropolis Stalkers. The guys with the 4 heads, I was going to say 2 of them, but they've actually got 4 heads for different fighting styles. And you do have all the options here to build them as the guard. I can't remember what they're called, but there is an option to build them as shields and a weapon rather than 4 weapons, 1 in each hand, or I think the leader uses like 2 giant swords. So you've got some options here, but I'll be building them as the Stalkers with the multiple weapon choices. Because, 4-armed bone Tyranid warrior looks pretty awesome. You've got all the heads down here, so as I said, they've got 4 heads for each different aspect, so they can change that during the game. They can fight as kind of the different warrior spirits that are within them. You've got some bigger halberds there, which I imagine would pair up with the shields here. And then we just got other bits as well. So we got that giant sword down there, so the leader guy I imagine is going to be dual, let's get the words out, dual wielding both of those. And yeah, overall, really great models. A lot of detail in here as well. And guys, that is it. That is everything in the box. It was a bit of a quick overview just to kind of take a look at what's inside. So really hope you've enjoyed. If you have, drop me a like, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. And we've got a lot more videos coming up as well, so really hope you'll join me for that. But until then, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.